Okay, get ready to better understand the power of exponential growth. This video demonstration of the calculation of the exponential growth power of compounding interest over time is for entertainment purposes only and not to be considered as investment advice. I'm doing this video to give an example of the great exponential growth power of compounding interest, and why Einstein in his lifetime considered to be the eighth wonder of the world. A quick understanding of exponential growth. In finance, compound returns cause exponential growth. The power of compounding is one of the most powerful forces in finance. This concept allows investors to create large sums with little initial capital. Savings accounts that carry a compound interest rate are common examples of exponential growth. And please take a moment to look at this article when you get a chance. It's on Investopia. Now, wanted to go into exactly an example of what exponential growth can mean for you. And to do that, I'm going to actually do the math for you really quickly. Math is fun when you're dealing with money and exponential growth. But basically, what you're looking at is multiplying your money times an interest rate over consecutive time periods, or what they call terms. So if you were compounding it yearly, it'd be once a year. If you're compounding it monthly, it'd be 12 times a year. And if you're compounding it weekly, it'd be 52 times a year. And if it was daily, it would be 365 times a year. So in this example, we're going to compound things weekly, which is 52 weeks in a year. So for ease of an example, we're going to work with a $100. And a $100 is going to allow you to compound your interest of, let's say, 3%. This is how you do the calculation. It's 100 times 1.03. The 1 is so that your number is not less than 0, because if you multiply things out by less than 0, you're going to get a negative return. So you always add the 1 in here, and later you take out the 100 that would be represented by the 1. So in order to get this calculation, you then do the x times the y, and you put in 52. This is going to give you and show you 465%. So you're going to take out the 100% of that, which is the $100. So you're going to end up with $365 in return just from a 3% compounded interest, compounding weekly. Now let's take this out a little bit further. If you're going to do this for 2 years, you're going to have 100 times 1.03x to the 104 weeks, which is going to give you $2,163. So if you were to put a $100 into an account that was going to calculate a 3% compounding interest weekly, and you left it in there for 2 years, 104 weeks, then you would end up with this. You subtract the $100 and you would have a return of $2,063 on your $100. So let's do this a little bit further out. In fact, we can go as far out as possible here. Just a 3% interest, and we go out 3 years. We're looking at 156 weeks. Now you're looking at $10,000 and $10,060. Subtract the $100 again, and then you're going to end up with your return. But what this is showing, that at a 3% interest compounded weekly, is going to give you, you take your $100 and turn it into $10,000 in just 3 years. Let's go ahead and do it out for 4 years. With $100 at a 3% interest rate, compounded out 208 weeks. And you're going to end up with $46,788 as your final amount. Subtract the $100 out, that again, and you're going to have a $46,688 return. I hope this helps to understand what and how what compounding is and how great of the power of exponential growth is. I'm going to continue on here, and we're going to work this out so that you can see how this growth is even greater as the terms get longer. Okay, so let's continue on with this example. We're going ahead and calculate this out. $100 multiplied by 0.03 at 3% interest, 1.03 x to the y of 312 weeks in 6 years, and that's compounding 312 times over a 6-year period. If you were to just leave your money in and just let it do, let's just let it compound, then you're going to be looking at a total of $1 million, $1,012,000. So if you're noticing a trend with the compounding interest where you're actually gaining growth at a greater amount, that is the power of exponential growth. And that's what you're seeing right there. So let's go ahead and work this out a little bit further. We're going to do, again, at a 3% interest, and doing it for 7 years. That would be 364 weeks. At that point, you'd have $4,707,000. And if we go ahead and do it again to 8 years, we'll be looking at a term of 416 weeks. When you compound that out, and you're going to get $21,892,000 is what your $100 would be after you have let it just sit and compound at a 3% interest rate, compounding weekly over just 8 years. That's 416 weeks. That's what you have, folks. And let's go ahead and do it out for two more years. We'll go for the nine years. $100 at 3% at 9 years is 468 terms or weeks in this example, and you would end up with $101 million. $817,202. Of course, you need to subtract your $100 initial capital, and after 9 years, just 9 years, you would have over $100 million from letting your $100 compound weekly at 3%. And if we were to take this out again to 10 years, you're looking at a total term of 520 weeks, 52 weeks in a year's time, 520 weeks, and that's going to yield you $473 million, $473,540,192 if you just leave your $100 in your in a account that is going to compound at a 3% weekly. And so thus you can see the overall huge exponential growth that one would see when utilizing the power of compounding. Up until now, the only people that could take advantage of compounding interest to any great extent has been the banks, really, and credit card companies. They are able to charge interest, and they compound it. You might see an effective rate that they give you for the year. Well, that effective rate is the effective rate which you would pay after they compound a smaller amount each and every month on your the amount that you owe. So just give you that compounding example appreciate your time. I hope you see how powerful this is and why Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. Hey, this is Jason Roberts again. I hope you enjoyed that example. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Keep in mind that example did not include any additional deposits and was showing weekly compounding such as the type seen in Fusion Experience trading accounts. For a limited time, you can create a free Fusion trading account if you like. If so, please use my join link, fxpid.com, to create your account. There are additional videos in this channel that show you exactly how it works for you and how to sign up if you need help. Then request to join my Facebook group, the Fusion Express Team. It's a group page on Facebook for which a link is provided in the description in the video below. There I will do my best to answer any questions about Fusion Experience as well.